Hey, what's up, guys? It's the Mega 301 here. Here with another Death Battle reaction. Of course, like always, I'm joined by my great friend Minato.
Hey!
And today, oh boy, it's Frieza versus Megatron. I am so excited for this episode.
I don't want Kuroto Dan versus Seto Kaiba.
But yeah,
You think if we did that, it'll happen in season 11?
maybe, but for now, we have a great episode ahead of us, so I see no more reason to wait. Should we get right into it, Minato?
Of course! We got a lot to talk about, because apparently we were way off with the updated cipher, because we didn't realize the
yes, we were.
Was an update, so we're going to have to discuss that.
Good God, we were off.
Frieza, the Dread Emperor from Dragon Ball. And Megatron, the Decepticon commander from Transformers. When these two dictators collide, the cosmos will tremble. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win.
So, you're betting on Megatron, right?
Yeah, from what I've heard, Transformers scaling is kind of busted.
Outer space, a monster so cruel, so callous, so evil, that the universe itself trembles at his approach. Behold, the mighty Lord Frieza.
It does feel
he's adorable
weird
with
to
the
do
horns
this
and that
one
floppy
to me,
tail
though, right now at least, because what?
Genocide?
We've barely seen anything that Black Frieza can do, and seems like there's going to be
diminutive stature and
it seems like he's going to be a big part in the next arc in the manga. So,
in a surprising place.
In response to
the Japanese economic bubble at the time,
I guess I can see the logic behind that, but
real estate speculators. Series mangaka Akira Toriyama has described.
Okay, that is actually true. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yes, really. I guess you could say Frieza is more than meets the eye.
At least he didn't make Frieza an IRS tax collector.
Frieza's alien race and heritage, only that he and his father.
I think the IRS is just a US thing.
Normally high power levels.
Fair enough.
The dog said my blood alcohol level was 0.8.
I really wish they, instead of putting 8s and sands, they put monkeys.
Transform to get stronger. Frieza transforms to get weaker, so he doesn't, like, accidentally nuke a planet. Only intentionally. With his father's empire and army at his beck and call, Frieza would cross the universe, conquering worlds one by one, and selling them to the highest bidder. Just like real estate speculators. And if anyone objected, he'd just kill them, their entire family, and everyone they ever knew. Just like real estate speculators.
Hope that
he usually lets his weird multicolored alien grunts do his dirty work for him.
Yeah.
Not afraid to throw down himself. Especially if some spiky-haired space
funny, I expect the next person to say the same thing about CYBERTRON.
That would make this an instant 10 out of 10 for me.
Which he can use to enhance his physicality or manifest into projectile attacks.
At the very least, I kind of want to see Frieza throw a death ball at
cannon, death saucers. Yeah.
I think that's I think that's almost guaranteed.
Fire laser beams.
Black Frieza and transformations. It's happening.
Entertaining
observation alone. He's fast enough to keep up with Goku's key attacks.
Or in the Spirit Dragon Ball, 1 minute, and then the fight just lasts 3 minutes. That'd be
that would be funny.
That would be over 17 quadrillion times the speed of light, and he's gotten even stronger and faster since then. You know you're a badass when you can stroll into Planet Vegeta, a planet filled with people whose only higher aspirations involve murder and hair gel, and talk shit like you own the place. And he got so paranoid about one of them getting strong enough to kick his ass that he blew up the friggin' planet. Considering Planet Vegeta has 10 times the gravity of Earth, this would mean it likely has 10 times the mass and 100 times the energy required to overcome its gravitational binding energy and destroy it. That's over 5.3 yotatons of TNT. And that was in his weakest form. Too bad he kinda missed a spot. Or several, because a bunch of Saiyans survived to fight another day. Space genocide just ain't what it used to be. This would come back to bite him when he was finally forced to confront the earthbound Saiyan Kakarot. and accidentally ended up being the reason he turned into the legendary Super Saiyan.
Like the albino dildo he is, Frieza
it's
has
just like
survived
Kung Fu Panda 2.
Bro is assault for an hour.
Goku's spirit bomb, and then split in half, consumed by an exploding planet, and left afloat in the vacuum of space.
He can survive without the vast majority of his body, though unlike other Dragon Ball villains, he can't heal on his own.
It didn't help him that much after he got his ass sent to hell, but because of that dragon in his balls, he was back at it again.
And with just 4 months worth of training, the first time he'd ever trained in his
It'd
entire
be really
life,
funny if
Frieza
they
was
did
able
Mecha
to achieve
Frieza
a
versus
new
Galvatron as a
transformation capable of
DBX.
surpassing
would be.
the Super Saiyan, Golden Frieza.
That's a level of laziness I aspire to.
Oh, man.
Art Frieza here lets him keep up with Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta.
A significantly weaker Super Saiyan God Goku could
Oh,
blow the
God,
whole
here it is.
7 in a punch clash with the God of Destruction.
It's
Beerus.
the clash.
Universal shockwaves.
We'll never be free.
Seconds. Over 270
This is why I
quadrillion times the
really
speed of
want
light,
Cell versus
and that's
Metal
before
Sonic.
So many years of power-ups.
We'll never be free of it.
Crazy, but nothing compared to
Yeah,
his
unless
newest
Cell gets on
and
the show,
greatest
because
form.
he actually
A
doesn't scale to those at
transformation
all,
capable of
since
surpassing
he never got
Goku's
brought back,
Ultra
unlike
Instinct
Frieza.
and Vegeta's Ultra Ego. Their peaks at this point. A transformation even stronger than Gas, who was wished to be the strongest in the universe.
He literally said F you to the Dragon Balls. This is Black Frieza.
The all-seeing Oracle Fish had prophesied the coming of the universe's strongest, and perhaps he was talking about Frieza all along.
Come on, give us another prediction. Oh, Wiz, I think you're gonna die. No, for some godforsaken reason, he didn't use his newfound power to kill those pesky Saiyans. They were right there, you moron.
In fact, he once committed the archvillain's greatest sin and teamed up with them to
As much
save
as I
their
want the
universe
suit
and
to be
beat
Kira
Jiren,
versus
a
Adachi,
being
it'd be
comparable to the
hilarious
gods
if this
of
was actually the
destruction.
suit because of the
no
real
one's
estate
allowed to
agents.
destroy the
thing.
universe.
No,
but
no
him.
way.
And that's a
That would be
promise he
hilarious,
means
though.
to keep. This almighty emperor will continue
It's
to rule
funny
the
when you
universe with an
watching
iron
these
grip
and then just
and a
at
heart of
one point
ice.
randomly going, wait, was this actually that symbol?
I know, right?
This episode of Death
This
Battle
was
is
just
sponsored
me
by
watching Cole vs.
NordVPN.
Alex with
It's no
one of my
secret
friends,
that
and then
Wi-Fi networks,
on
especially
the way back,
public ones, can
I
be
just
compromised by
it
criminals
just clicked
to
with
get
me.
access to spy
Is
on
Cole
criminals
vs.
like
Alex the
that.
recycling symbol?
Yeah, I know, with the recycled
The
script.
network you sign into
Yep.
happens to be a fake one set up to
All right.
I guess now only 6 symbols we'll have to discuss at the end.
Yeah.
So
So the fact that they didn't give stats for Black Frieza is already ringing my Death Battle flags.
For zero-click protection.
that it's not going to be used. Or...
No, they went over Black Frieza extensively. The fact they didn't give stats for it.
Your internet service provider
That's already triggering like the little warning signs.
Scale to the universal shockwaves or whatever.
Users can get a huge discount with the
Yeah, but that was just for Golden Frieza.
free. Try it risk-free with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Thanks to NordVPN for sponsoring our show.
Alright, let's see what Megatron can bring.
You either die a hero,
It is going to be a
or
3D
you live
fight,
long
so
enough
I'm not even
to
sure if they'll
see
even
yourself
include
become a
it.
Or you live
Why
even
wouldn't
longer
they?
and become an 80s toy commercial. This is
Probably if
Megatron.
Black Frieza doesn't even have a model.
Cybertron's
He
ancient
absolutely has a model.
planet
I've
was
seen
ruled
Devil
by
Artemis
the
use it.
Functionist religious order,
Oh!
which decreed a
In that
Transformers'
case, never
natural-born
mind.
alternate mode determined their role and status in society rather than letting them choose for themselves. Born into this repressive caste
Likes
system,
Optimus Prime,
Megatron
hates
of
Optimus
Tarn
Prime.
dreamed of something more.
So this giant Hasbro toy robot, only $5.99 at your nearest Rite Aid, wrote a manifesto on peaceful dissent that got popular with the oppressed Cybertronian working class. So much so, in fact, that the Senate tried to have him assassinated. Whoa, politics alert!
After surviving that brush with death, Megatron was convinced that peace could never be an option. The only path left to overthrow the crippling social order was violent revolution.
So were the Autobots originally the bad guys here? Optimus Prime? More like Optimus Crime? Never
Oh,
said
God.
Megatron wasn't committed. The civil war he started between the two groups lasted 9 million fucking
that
years.
explains his
And
behavior
again,
in Optimus
remember,
Prime versus
toy
Gundam.
robots.
He was aided in his war efforts by his immensely powerful fusion cannon, a giant laser bazooka that can hit targets from 12 miles away.
You know
and
another
level a
Transformers
small town
matchup
in a
that
single
I'd
shot.
really like to
These
see?
projectiles are
What?
so fast, they're able to exit the atmosphere from
Mega
ground
Man
level
X
after
versus
only a
Optimus
single
Primal.
second.
By scaling
and
the distance of the Earth
Starscream
using
versus
the angle of
Metalface
this
from
shot,
Xenoblade
the
Chronicles.
fusion cannon
That would be
will
cool.
must be moving over 4,200 times the speed of sound.
But, like me, the fusion cannon needs a little time to recharge between shots. So
I'm kinda
Megatron's got
surprised
some
they didn't
tools
do
to keep
X
the
versus
job going.
Primal,
He
but
can close the distance with
with
his
Transformers
energon
Rise of the
base
Beast,
and
it
block
would have been
blows
a
with his energon
great
shield.
episode to
It
cover
helps that
Primal.
Max literally fought as a
I mean,
gladiator
a great time to
before
cover
he fought as a
Primal.
revolutionary.
I actually haven't
Megatron
seen
can
that.
fire
I actually
lasers
haven't
from
seen
his
that
eyes and
movie,
arms,
so
launch buzzsaws strong enough to
me
slice
neither,
through solid
but
rock,
he does
fly
have
through the
the
air
Beast
and
Wars
open up a
cartoon,
force field
so-
known as a
fair enough.
bubble.
Now, it might seem like a huge flaw that it lets enemy combatants inside, but that's only until you realize it won't let them back out again. That's when the panic part comes in. Megatron's
So I saw a comment predict that the final battle is going to be inside the panic bubble.
Megatron's Cybertronian body is strong enough to match the Autobot
So
leader
we might
Optimus Prime.
realistically get like another Booster Gold versus Cable
Megatron's
death.
metallic hide was tough enough to survive an explosion so massive
I could-
it launched the entire
I could see it
planet
being
of
like
Cybertron
maybe
through
like a
space.
suicide move or
Take a
something
look
with
at
the
Cybertron's
trajectory
Yeah.
of the death
Faster
ball.
descent flight.
And
Either
like,
we
he
get
just
Star
crashed
versus
into the
Steven or Booster Gold
Megatron
versus
must have
Cable.
survived a blast equal to nearly 4.5 Nenatons of TNT, enough to annihilate a small star. He can even keep up with Decepticons.
I'm not sure if he can like
Starscream,
close
who can
it
fly
the same
across
way
galaxy
Booster
from
Gold
Earth to
can.
Cybertron
So
at
I guess that's a fair
hundreds
point.
of times the speed of light.
And he wouldn't be a
Yeah, jury's still
Transformer
out on
without
that
being
one.
able to transform into various vehicles. A tank, a stealth bomber jet,
And a
I
gun! Just a gun.
See,
Walter beat
Overlord
the
also made me
name,
realize
I'm sorry,
Juggernaut
Wiz.
versus
I
Overlord
know
would
he's
also be
this
amazing.
tragic revolutionary corrupted by the cycle of violence or whatever.
It feels
but
like not
that
just a
is the
Juggernaut
funniest
matchup,
shit
but also
I
a
have ever
Kane
seen.
Marco
What does he
matchup,
have, like his
if you get what I mean, right?
Point him at people and fire?
sometimes.
Like
He
it
can
not only
fire
focuses
himself,
on
too. Oh my
Juggernaut,
God.
the unstoppable force,
That
but
looks
also
even
focuses
sillier.
on
You
his
may
like
be laughing, but
the story of
Megatron is
Kane
no
Marco,
joke.
you know, the
By utilizing
Juggernaut's real
space
name.
bridge
True,
teleportation
true.
technology, Megatron can
Yeah, that's
establish
what
a
I meant.
remote link up to a nearby black hole and teleport the antimatter it produces to his location.
Through his
Huh.
eyeballs.
Should matter and antimatter meet, they will be mutually annihilated in a brilliant release of energy defined
So,
by
what
E
does this have to do with
squared.
Five Nights at
It
Freddy's?
doesn't matter how durable the matter is, it will be
Have you seen
destroyed
that video?
at the subatomic
No,
level.
no.
As Megatron's
I'll
war for
send it to
control
you
of
afterwards.
Cybertron dragged on, all of his
Appreciate it.
highfalutin ideals started to fall to the wayside.
In essence, there used to be a point to the war. Now, war was the point. His only goal left was to rule Cybertron with a literal iron fist.
That's where Megatron's greatest weapon came into play, his mind. The dude is a strategic and tactical genius who's always thinking 10 steps ahead.
He's fought powerful Transformers like Grimlock, Predaking, and the Decepticon, a being with the power of an entire evil universe behind it.
He and Optimus have even
Entire
fought
evil
Nova
universe,
Prime
so
and
definitely
Regenesis
universal there.
Shockwave, both
Yeah.
of whom could utilize the energy of that same universe.
Megatron once sealed himself inside an Omniglobe and commanded 1,000 real-life battles at once, funneling every iota of relevant information into his brain.
I think
at the
Megatron
same
might
time.
actually win
The
this.
sheer
I'm not gonna
deluge of
lie.
data would be incomprehensible for anyone without that supercomputer brain.
I
Well,
can't
that
deny
robot is
it's
kicking
not
it
looking
up
so
with
good for
the
Frieza, but
The
I'm still
only
back. I'm
true
still back in the. I'm still back in the
Planet
Tyrant.
in
I know
ruins
there's the
and
whole
its
multiplayer
civilization
thing, but if they
extinguished,
get
the
him to like
Cybertronian golden
multiversal
age was
plus, which I
long
think is
over,
it's
and the
what
vanguard
people
of its
have Megatron
destruction
at,
was
generally.
Megatron.
Who's now a crusty
No
Saturday
calc
morning
stacking in
cartoon
the
villain
world
with
is
a
gonna
voice
save
that sounds
Frieza,
like he
'cause you
smokes
just
40
can't
packs
beat
a day,
actual
and a hate
infinity.
voter for his boneheaded second in command.
That's a fair point.
Starscream.
After countless millennia of a humiliating stalemate with his Boy Scout rival, Megatron's brilliant mind finally turned inward. He remembered that his early writings advocated for peaceful conversion and free thought instead of domination.
It took you 9 million years to remember why you started fighting in the first place? Would the memory get lost in the cloud?
In what was possibly his most surprising tactical move yet, Megatron saved the universe from annihilation as an Autobot.
What?
He realized that
Oh,
after
damn!
millions of years of indefinite
Oh.
war, the ideals that he fought for, freedom, justice, equality, had switched sides. and
I'm pretty sure.
Megatron
The funny
had
thing
to
about that,
as
I'm
well.
pretty sure
Turns
Frieza
out
was
there
also
was
actually
more to this
offered
supervillain
redemption,
than met
but he
the
just
eye,
was
because
like,
true to his
Fuck no.
nature,
Fuck you.
Megatron transformed.
he pretty much pulled
This
a
episode of
Big
Death
Jack
Battle is
Horner.
sponsored by Better.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt like your very
All
own
right.
brain is
So
love
you're
it.
going for
I'm not just
Megatron?
talking about
So the
maniacal
whole,
super
the whole
geniuses like
trope
myself.
of
This can
having
apply to anyone.
being on top of the
That
villain to get him
feeling
to
where you
redeem
know
himself.
what you're doing, but you
it's always hilarious seeing something like that, but the villain is just like, no, screw you. I don't want to be redeemed. I want to be evil.
Exactly. But alright, so...
The Owl House series finale did that with Emperor Bellows.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
That was great. I can't wait for the Owl House to get on Death Battle. It's obvious when we lose versus AIN, but like...
I really want Father versus Emperor Bellows. That'd be so cool.
That would be. Alright, but before the battle begins, I'm rooting Megatron, I'm rooting Frieza, right?
For Asgore versus Andreas and Father versus Bellows. That is a price I am willing to pay.
Yep.
Okay, so what were you saying again?
Alright, so you're rooting Megatron, or betting Megatron, I'm betting Frieza.
Yeah. I'm rooting and betting Megatron.
Alright, I am rooting and betting Frieza. What? I turned it back up. Here we go! Cybertron!
Greetings, noble warrior of planet Cyber whatever. I, Lord Frieza, claim this world as my own. Cheer for me or face annihilation.
I have fought for my planet for eons. I would rather see it turn to ash than reside in your filthy hands, organic scum!
Oh, I love it when they monologue back.
Well, you got your death ball very quickly.
Yep.
Pity. I'll have to.
Oh damn! Final form already.
From your corpse.
This was never about that. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I know. It's just since he started out in first form in the preview, which I saw the thumbnail for. I did kind of expect his third form to at least make an appearance.
Let's see Devil Artemis cook. Golden Frieza probably coming out now. Oh, no, not yet.
It's cool to see the maze.
Yeah. Well, there goes Cybertron.
Oh, damn!
Where did he go? Huh?
Oh. Antimatter. There it is!
Ooh, Golden Frieza!
Okay, this is probably one of the sickest transformations we've ever had.
I still prefer the Berserker armor transformation, but yeah, this is awesome. This is one of the best Dragon Ball transformations we've gotten in a while.
Yeah, easily.
Come on, Megatron!
Come on, Frieza! You ain't even in your final form!
Blast his ass!
Oh!
Oh, shit. I did not expect Thesis to be utilized in that way.
Well,
I'm surprised Cybertron's still standing.
I give it 5 minutes.
My planet!
Antimatter.
Behold the mighty Lord Frieza, ruler of a dying planet. My planet. Where is your army? Where is your ship? So powerful, and yet you will wander the depths of space for eternity. All because of me! What a fool.
You despicable cretinous worm! I'll torture you
damn,
until your
Black
screams
Frieza.
can be heard in the vacuum of space!
Die a fool's death.
No way, it's over. They wouldn't have Black Frieza show up just to do nothing. Yep.
Oh
You
shit!
will die by my hand!
You fool!
Come on, Megatron, you still got.
Let's go, Frieza!
Cybertronians must kill them all.
Let's go!
Wrong again, Frieza. It was actually 1 minute and 10 seconds. Idiot.
Megatron's ruthless resilience may have netted him a win in some scenarios, but Frieza's overwhelming power gave him a clear edge.
Megatron's ace in the hole was his antimatter, which would have annihilated Frieza's ass no matter how tough it was.
And that was a real possibility. Megatron is a master tactician and manipulator with millions of years of combat experience. Frieza, on the other hand, has always relied on his raw power and intimidation to win fights.
When things don't go his way, he has a tendency to freak out.
However, Frieza has survived getting most of his body obliterated and kept going.
Which meant the antimatter wasn't a surefire win. It would have to completely cover Frieza's whole body before he could react, and Frieza was way too fast for that.
While Megatron scaled to characters who could cross galaxies, Frieza has kept up with Goku, who should be at least trillions of times faster.
And on his smaller size and key force fields, Frieza had more than enough ways to avoid, defend, or survive the antimatter.
Frieza
Megatron's
force
only option
takes the
was
W.
power. While Megatron has survived planet-busting explosions,
Alright. So, okay, let's look at this.
Faster, much more powerful, had playing defensive counters, vulnerable to antimatter, more experienced. It's kind of weird though, because I noticed the black box say that he could theoretically resist antimatter, but it also says he's vulnerable to it.
Yeah, but that's why it says theoretically.
I know it says like theoretically. It's just I don't know. It's kind of weird to me. It kind of feels contradictory. Like I mean, I feel like they should like at least kind of decide like if he was more likely to resist it or not.
Yeah. But Frieza has resistance to tie, so I think it's perfectly reasonable. Alright, continuing.
and even fought with a being that had the energy of a universe behind it, Golden Frieza was just too much for him, considering he certainly surpassed Goku and Beerus' Punch Clash. Since Universe 7 as a whole should be over 13 times larger than our own universe, Frieza's super forms would far exceed Megatron's
already talked about yesterday.
And that feat happened at the beginning of Dragon Ball Super. Goku has gotten leagues stronger since then, and
ironically,
Frieza is currently beyond him.
Megatron
There was just no way Megatron was strong enough to keep up.
Megatron was a devious foe.
So, any predictions for next time? I know we already talked about
survivability allowed him to crush the Decepticon leader.
What do you think it actually?
Penny versus Freddy, or Mosquito versus Scarecrow?
The winner is Frieza.
Can you pause real quick? Because I do have quite a few predictions. Okay.
Okay. I'm just gonna get to the end of his little.
Are you a Death Battle member?
No, wait! No! I need to predict it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I'm not gonna watch next time.
Sans versus Judge for the scales, or Nero versus Hellboy for the pentagram. Or maybe even Kiradachi for the suit. I really hope it's Kira versus Adachi. Okay, now I'm ready.
Honestly, I do want a JoJo matchup, so I would be perfectly fine with Kira versus Adachi.
I'm really hoping for Kira versus
now,
Adachi.
Members get to choose a matchup for the
Alright,
next
let's see
season.
it.
So click the
Alright,
join button
baby.
and jump into our Champions Discord.
Makima versus JoJo? Oh shit! Oh my god! It's happening?
Yes! Let's fucking go!
Okay.
Yes!
Okay. I see you, Death Battle.
In one three fucking dream matchups in one season. Absolute stay winning, guys.
Absolute W.
Not what I expected, but I am so fucking happy that it is.
Absolute W.
Gojo versus Makima is probably the pentagram.
Okay, so this means I'm gonna have to watch Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man.
I will warn you, they're probably gonna go into massive spoilers.
Yeah, I know, which means I need to watch them really freaking quickly.
Right, I still gotta watch Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. I'm definitely gonna start that after we're done.
I need to. I've been meaning to start Chainsaw Man, and well, now I've pretty much got the kick to do it.
I have Chainsaw Man Volume 12 in my room right now. I actually recently got it with Parasite. So, hang on.
Okay, that's mildly concerning. I'm checking my recording right now, and it's just showing a black screen on OBS. So, hopefully that doesn't reflect on the actual video,
or at least on the audio.
Audio is showing up fine. So, if nothing else, I can literally just edit the video over it.
What we think the symbols are. We already established Cole versus Alex is probably the recycle symbol. So
yeah,
I think. I'll go first because I already have my ideas written down. Depending on which one Frieza versus Megatron is, depends on what I think the other one is. If it's the shuffle symbol, which I've heard some people say is a transformation symbol, then I think the suit is going to be Wesker versus Kazuya. If it's actually the suit, which would be really funny, then of course it's Ash versus Yugi. Then I think the Skull and Crossbones is Whitebeard versus Escanor.
I also think Blackbeard versus King K. Rool is still not an option.
It's definitely a one-piece matchup either way. I even heard someone suggest maybe Luffy versus Natsu, which please
okay. Actually,
please, Deathbell, please do 2 of my dream matchups in a row. It would be so fucking fun.
With how random a lot of the fights have been. I would not be surprised if Skull and Crossbones was actually like representative of some type of poison.
It could be.
Because like a pirate does seem a bit on the nose.
I mean, to be fair, I
guess they did have an atom symbol for AIN versus Atom, so.
To be fair, it does seem on the nose for a pirate theme, but no one actually knows what the pirate matchup is, so I'd say it's still alright.
I can't argue that.
I mean, to be fair, an Atom is also pretty on the nose, so
yeah.
Whatever. Then I think the Scales is obviously Sans versus a Judge. The Beaker is... I've got nothing else, so I'm just gonna say Rick versus the Doctor. I do think the cameos in Bill versus Discord, while obviously it's not gonna be for hinting at every single... And obviously not all of them are going to be in this season. I do think at least one of them is going to be in. So I think that it could be Rick versus the Doctor. And then the pentagram, of course, by process of elimination, is Gojo versus Makima. So how about you? What do you think the symbols are?
I mean, I really don't have a lot of guesses. I'm going to be honest. Like I said, I think Skull and Crossbones is probably going to be Blackbeard versus King K. Rool. I think recycle symbol again is Cole versus Alex. I don't know enough about Chainsaw Man or
they fight demons.
Yeah,
so I think it's a pentagram.
I can definitely see that.
That is spoilery, so I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, I would prefer you don't go into it. I appreciate that.
So
I definitely appreciate that.
The anime for Chainsaw Man, you're gonna want to read the manga because the second half of part 1 has not been discussed yet. I mean, in the anime, and they're probably gonna go into that because there is no way to explain Makima's abilities without going to massive spoilers. So,
okay,
I do recommend that. The manga is also amazing, though.
I'll pick up the
personal favorite manga ever. So,
do you recommend just staying full manga, like watching the anime then switching to the manga?
I'd recommend, since there's like you got 2 weeks, I'd recommend reading the manga and then maybe watching the anime afterwards.
All right, so, better to speedrun this shit, especially since my anime of choice is going to have to be Jujutsu Kaisen.
I mean, Gojo, I feel like they probably won't go into the spoilers since, unlike with Makima, it's not entirely essential to his abilities.
Plus, he feels a lot more straightforward.
Yeah. Oh my god, I just remembered this one funny interaction that a lot of people mentioned could be in the fight. So you know how Makima is like this weird dominatrix lady who's like, bark for me. A lot of people suggested given Gojo's personality, he'd probably just lean forwards and then go, meow. It's so in character for Gojo.
Well,
it's also crazy because this is like a massively debated matchup, so I'm not even sure who they're gonna go with, but I am kind of leaning towards Gojo.
Yeah, from what I've heard, Gojo does tend to win.
Have more counters to some of Makima's abilities. So.
Also, this is apparently, from what I've heard, and like I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, so like be warned if you're watching this, but apparently this is a hero versus villain matchup.
I'll just say the age of consent is 18 years old. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh no, it's one of those.
Yeah, not Gojo. I'm referring to
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You can probably put the pieces together.
Yeah.
As I said, I love a villain I can just hate, and good, but also good God. Okay. So hang on, what was I thinking about? It is kind of debated. I do think Gojo does have more solid counters to Makima's abilities, and also Limitless pretty much gives Makima the restraining order she's desperately asking for. So you'll understand when you watch it because it's definitely some intentional cognitive dissonance. Cause you know what that is, right? When like what the writer intends you to feel is different from like. So it's more so like it's like what you're thinking is different from what the character is thinking. Like I don't want to get too into spoiler territories, but I'll just say the hero versus villain thing. This villain, while it's technically a twist villain, shows some pretty fucking massive red flags even long before the reveal.
The fact that this is the Halloween matchup.
I'm not complaining.
Oh yeah, I'm not complaining at all, but like I pretty much know nothing about these series. I did not see them as that overly gory.
My favorite episodes of the season, because this is one of my dream matchups, so I am so happy it's happening.
Yeah. But yes, thus ends the Dragon Ball losing streak. Who knew Frieza to deal with the monkeys to not?
I still kind of think Megatron should have won.
Oh, well. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. But that makes the second wrong one you've gotten this season that I have voted against. So, woo! Why is it always the villains with me? It's Bill Cipher and now Frieza.
It's kind of funny. I remember hearing some people say that a lot of people during the cast were saying either I love Gojo, but I think Makima's going to win, or I love Makima, but I think Gojo's going to win. I love Gojo. He's my favorite character in Jujutsu Kaisen. And I still think he wins, even though I'm rooting for him.
Well, I guess we'll find out in 2 weeks.
Yep, this is going to be a long 2 weeks, but man, is it going to be fun to watch Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 and read some more Chainsaw Man.
Yes, sir. But I think that'll do it for this episode. So
this is going to be, given how finals had me like really stressed during the Frieza versus Megatron waiting period, I am so glad I just get to let loose and just have an actually fun waiting period.
That certainly is going to be nice.
It's probably in shambles right now because I've heard apparently a lot of people on one of the subreddits just really hates this matchup for some reason. But honestly,
I am looking forward to seeing the reactions.
Honestly, this was another case. it wasn't Kira versus Adachi where I expected one thing to be the suit, but it ended up being something else. I am pretty glad that I still kind of got that expected one thing, but got something I liked even more. Because, I mean, I like Nero versus Hellboy. Don't get the wrong idea. It's just, I admittedly have a preferred for Hellboy. So, to be fair, I'm not even sure if I want it as a death battle, since Alucard already got an amazing episode. Like, one of the best in the entire show, so... I'm not really sure if I'd want Death Battle to cover Alucard versus Hellboy, but I would love to see another versus show tackle it. Especially one that could replicate Mike Mignola's art style with bright, bold primary colors. That feels like that is something that'd be amazing to see in an animation for Alucard versus Hellboy.
Agreed. But yeah, for now, I think the episode is going to wrap it up here. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and original video will be in the description. Today was a fantastic episode, and just, oh man, I'm still high on that Frieza W.
Even better, because oh my god, I am so excited.
I just realized I looked at Discord and you have a Chainsaw Man profile pic right now.
Yep, sure do.
I didn't even realize that. Oh, that's funny. But I will see you all next video. See ya!